back. First off, let me just say this quality of this video, as you can tell, is significantly fucking worse than the last one, because on top of not just this one mic dying and breaking, not working, the second one I got for me and my sister's podcast to start also doesn't work, and my webcam that I got, that I was filming my other, I guess, 2 videos so far, also doesn't work now. So, Amazon has failed me. Very, very bad. So yeah, that's fun. I am going to get that shit replaced. Hold on. Yeah, so that's fun. Today's video, I'm gonna do a couple different videos or whatever, but first I wanted to start off by, watching the second part 2 to JackSepticeyes, YouTube thing that Corey Kenshin started about, YouTube being racist and shit, so, so yeah, we're gonna start that, and then I don't know what we're gonna watch after that, but I'm just gonna start from here, and we're just gonna go from there.
I wanted to make another video on this topic because some things have changed in the background since the last time, and I've met with my YouTube rep in the meantime to kind of talk about some of the issues that I brought up in my video, and to talk in general about feedback for YouTube and various other things that have been going on, because the whole internet seems to have been rallying against YouTube on their own platform in the last week because of all the videos that have been coming out, and it's become sort of a trend to talk about it and kind of get your gripes out of the way, which I think is great. I think that that's how change gets made, because otherwise it just kind of gets lost and then no one ever talks about it again. As we see with a lot of these topics, they trend very quickly and then they die off very quickly. So I wanted to kind of keep pressure on in a little bit of a way. But also explain some context for some things that have happened since then, because we did the videos initially because of Corey's video, and I wanted to make sure that his message was heard, and also to bring up some other issues that I think YouTube had, and to give some sort of feedback in that regard. And since then, Mark uploaded a video called the Try Not to Get Age Restricted Challenge, which was a game that he recorded like months ago.
I haven't even seen that video.
Just so happened to fit right into the stuff that was going on.
Would more effective.
Okay, while this ad is going, I haven't seen that video. I saw people like reacting to it and stuff, but I haven't seen it. So I think I might watch this after that ad, honestly, just because like it makes sense.
Yeah, it was perfect timing for that. And then I had an eye tracker video that I was trying to get out and tried to get greenlit for a while, that was proving troublesome, which I knew it would, but that I also did that video then as well, and also called it the Try Not to Get Age Restricted Challenge, just to kind of like poke some buttons and like kick a hornet's nest at it in a way, and kind of like test the systems in a way. And I will say, since that video went up, okay, I'll give context on the video because I did in the last one, but in case you don't know, I recorded the eye tracker video, obviously with the intent of kind of like pushing the boundaries of what the system was going to allow. That wasn't the whole point of the video in the first place. I just wanted to see what I could do and then make it a fun video and kind of like react to the salacious stuff in it and make it entertaining that way. But
word of the day,
salacious. We had to censor it so much because it kept coming back saying that it was flagged and it was not suitable for advertisers. And I was like, you know what, that's absolutely fair. There's a lot of like nudity in it. I had to censor a lot of it. A lot of it is still implied. So there was a lot of stuff in it that I knew. I was even willing to bite the bullet on it and say, okay, maybe we'll just upload this video and not have it be monetizable, and it'll just be a fun video that people can watch. But we kept trying anyway, and then one day Trey was working on an edit of it to try and get some more censors in it to see what we could get away with, and I was just like, you know what, let me appeal this one first. And then when I appealed it, 2 days went by and it came back and it said it was manually reviewed and that it was given the green light. So it got the green icon instead of the yellow one, meaning it was suitable for advertisers. And I thought, okay, great.
Cool.
It seems like the system itself auto-flagged some stuff and triggered the yellow icon, and then someone manually reviewed it,
was like,
supposedly a human at YouTube, and we're like, yeah, there's enough censors in this, you can get away with it. And then it was greenlit. And then I uploaded the video and called it the Try Not to Get Age Restricted Challenge. Since then, it hasn't been age restricted, but it did get flagged again, which is part of the problem that I said. And I knew uploading it that was a potential that was going to happen, and that was a reason kind of why I uploaded it again anyway.
Proof.
After that appeal, and didn't try and censor it any further, because I was like, let's just see if my theory holds water, that it can get greenlit by someone at YouTube, and then it can get flagged again later. And I brought this up to my rep yesterday, because that inconsistency and saying like, well, it said someone reviewed it, and now it's saying that someone manually reviewed it again, and it wasn't deemed viable for YouTube.
Yeah, it just looks like a person who...
is that a thing? And obviously, he doesn't have all the answers either. And again, I absolutely love my YouTube rep. He's always fighting in our corner and trying his best for the creators. So I don't want anybody out there at YouTube to ever like get mad at him. But some of the stuff obviously can't be told to me, because you can't give over the keys to the kingdom. They also don't know 100% how the algorithm works and what it's chasing and everything. And it's probably good that people don't know that, because then you can just game the system way too easily, and that brings up a whole mess of problems as well. And I think what's happening, which I mentioned in the last video, is that users flagging videos can be abused really easily. I said it before that the Corridor Digital channel got hacked, and then they got mass reported for being hacked because the audience wanted YouTube to know, hey, it's hacked, can you give it back to them? But what ends up happening then is that the system is like, oh, it's mass reported, something's going on, removes the whole channel. And I wondered how abusive that could be.
That happened. I don't even know like what that channel is, but like in general, like for any channel that fucking happened, that's horrible. That's literally so, bro, down bad for YouTube. Bro, YouTube's really down bad right now.
And
it's fucked up.
Another good example of this is that Evelyn uploaded the mortuary assistant. It got flagged for the self-harm sort of themes that were in it, as did I. But after that, I think because users were flagging videos a lot, she started getting emails from YouTube being like, are you okay? Are you self-harming? Are you suicidal? Things like that. So it's hard to know exactly what's going on behind the scenes and why these things are happening. But what I'm trying to boil this down to, sorry, I'm getting so rambly, my thoughts are everywhere. What I'm trying to boil this down to is that I don't like that I can upload something, it gets yellow flagged. That was totally fine, that was fair, I understood that. Then it gets greenlit by somebody at YouTube after I appealed it, and I'm like, oh, somebody manually reviewed it, great. That means that it's safe now. And then I upload it, and then it gets flagged again. Yeah. So
that's literally what Corey said. How it got like, what was it? His shit got like restricted. And then, or like demonetized or something, and then like got back and forth like, it was like 2-3 times or whatever the fuck it was, like some like crazy thing, and like, and then he brought the receipts. My man Corey brought the receipts to YouTube and his fucking his YouTube rep. Whoa, YouTube done bad.
People reported the video, and then it brought up attention, and then YouTube went in and manually reviewed it again, and someone with stricter protocols came in and said, actually, that's not necessary, which means 2 people in that department, if it was 2 separate people, didn't talk to each other, or it was the same person again, and they got
stricter protocols. But like, the truth of this shit is, with any kind of video, with anybody, someone can literally just like anyone that's job is being a YouTube person that like looks at videos to flag them and all that shit, can literally, for whether it's from a religious standpoint, whether it's from like a moral belief standpoint, whether it's from like any single topic, especially like topics that are so like flushed about like society and social things, and like people get like canceled for like the top things, or just like anything, somebody in like a higher power position and anything in this world, not just fucking YouTube, can literally just be like, no, I don't think so, I've got the power. Like, didn't just like do what they want. So yeah, they didn't talk to each other, because even if those 2 people talk to each other, say those 2 YouTube reps, the one that cleared it and the one that took it back down, talk to each other, that doesn't mean like they would have came to an agreement on anything. Like, you could have 1,000 people with 1,000 different viewpoints and everything that are going to look at a situation differently. But honestly, and then what's morally right is not morally right to other people, because people would be like, yeah, hey, Corey's getting real some racism thrown at him and some like discrimination, and then you could have some racist ass person working for YouTube that YouTube, you know, won't know and blah blah blah, and like, you know, doesn't agree, like whatever, but like, and then just like, I don't give a fuck, and just do what they want. Like, it's the truth. Like, people are shitty. People are fucking shitty and not fair because they're shitty. So yeah, especially the allegations of Corey saying that people on YouTube are racist are not, obviously not all of them, but like certain individuals that are like, I don't know how they like put like who people working for them do like what videos, or if it's just like, hey, here's a list of 30 videos for the day, go through the, like, you know, if it's random, whatever. But like, I don't know, bro, you need to weed out the fucking racism, because, and all the other shit and blah blah blah, like, you can't have people working for your company that are just so like fucked in the head, and then be like, and not expect shit like this to happen. Like, fix your shit,
got flagged for users flagging it, and then they were like, oh crap, I need to actually flag this again. It just doesn't make sense to me. There's a whole mess of like hierarchy and communication and everything going on in that chain of command that just doesn't make any sense. And it seems like that's the problem at YouTube in general, is that the policy team don't talk to the marketing team, don't talk to the reps. Like, there's so many different departments going on, because it's a massive machine of a industry that they're doing.
It's just a big clusterfuck. Well,
but there needs to be more.
Bro, I just watched, oh my god, like an hour ago, I was watching an I'm Dante video, and it was something about, he was watching some kind of thing on his stream about like bullying and like suicide and shit like that, and he's like, you motherfuckers don't care until that shit happens to you. He's like, this shit needs to happen to like your family member, or like, you know, people that you actually care about. Like, people need some shit to happen to them, to someone they care about, to actually give a fuck about it and actually like wake up and realize shit. And that shit's so true. We're like, so like, don't give a fuck, because shit just happens, and we just like care. Oh my god, like, oh, hashtag like this happened, blah blah blah, and then like fucking 3 days later, we don't give a fuck. We're like the people who act like they give a fuck. And I think even if you actually do give a fuck, I feel like how social media is, you just like get like, I don't know, it's just cycle, like news. It's a shitstorm of everything in the whole fucking world. And this is how shit like this happens.
Communication on their end, so then we get better communication. If at the source you're not talking to each other, how the hell are we supposed to know what the hell is going on? Another example of this, and Mark, I'm so sorry I keep bringing you into this, but something else happened with him recently that...
Don't advertise on Google.
Sorry, I did that because the ad, not because of what he said.
Out of every 4 clicks.
Shh, I don't care. I'm busy. Oh my god, please.
They had the Game On event that we were all part of. And I did like a Minecraft section. Mark did his own like analog horror thing that he
I have no idea
in.
what this is.
And it was like a live stream that people could vote on decisions. It was like pre-recorded, but you could effectively like pick the options of where it was going to go, and we recorded like a whole bunch of different versions of it to make it a more interactive live stream. And it was fun. It could use some work. It wasn't perfect, but for what it was pretty fun. But they marketed it as having Mark in it. When I was in LA, I was talking to Mark about his idea and what he was doing, and he was working on it while I was there. And it sounded really cool. And then the thing came out, Mark tweeted that, oh, watch Game On because I'm in it. YouTube reacted to that and were like, yeah, everyone go watch the stream, and linked to it. And then his section came up. There was a minute-long section of him doing an intermission, and then the rest of it got removed. He had a whole thing planned that all got removed from the stream, and he didn't know about it until the stream was over, and then he was tweeting about it being like, wait, did they cut my section?
Wait, so did they pay that man to do that specific stream thing just to cut him? Like, did they cut him, or was it charity? Either or, though. How are you gonna invite whether it's they paid that man or not? How are you gonna invite somebody in the to like an event like that, like a gaming event or any event, and they just like do what they were told, like not told to do, but you know what I mean, doing what they were brought on, whatever, and then you just like delete their shit. Like, what the fuck was the point of like that? Especially if it was like them, like I didn't see the stream, or I don't know what the thing was, but like say it was say every single creator that was doing that event played the same game, right? But the different fan bases went like, and YouTube approved that game being played. How are you gonna like, as YouTube, going to have everybody play that game and know what that game is, and then like cut it out? You know what I mean? Like, how are you gonna set the whole thing up? Hey, we're gonna do this and this and this, and then you're just like, ooh, coincidence? I think not. Freaky. So stupid. People are stupid.
I mean, I don't know the exact specifics of why it was cut. A lot of people think it was cut because he did the age-restricted challenge video that day, and then that night they cut the content. That's not true. They didn't cut it because of that. I've worked with YouTube for a long time. They do not work that fast. And I asked Mark about it, and he said that they cut it for time or something like that. I don't know.
Bullshit. Bullshit, they cut it for time. Fuck bullshit. Anybody in government or anything could just say something just to cover their fucking ass. Just because the government says something to you, just because a fucking company CEO goes on camera and says something to you, does not fucking mean it's the fucking truth. And once people fucking wake up and realize that shit, does not mean it's the truth. Okay? People are so fucking easily brainwashed these fucking days. Swear to God, people are brainwashed. Woo! Like, wake the fuck up, people. Wake up.
All I know is that it wasn't cut for the sake of him saying something against them. I mean, I criticized him in a video before that as well, and did an age-restricted challenge video. They should have cut my section then as well. Like,
yeah.
I know I was in it with a whole bunch of other people, but that theory just doesn't make any sense, and all it did was rile people up and make them even angrier at YouTube for saying they were censoring him. And I feel like that kind of mentality is dragging us away from the main issues that Corey or I or Charlie or anybody else was bringing up during this. And I want to give actual genuine feedback and criticism and possible solutions to things, instead of just getting mad and yelling at people and being like, no, YouTube suck. Because
YouTube suck.
I mean, they don't want their creators to fail, surprisingly, despite what people may think.
That's because they make money off of you. That's what Corey literally was like. Corey's like, I've been on the shit for a decade, my guy, a decade. Get into it, a decade. And like, he makes that money. The creators, everything makes. YouTube makes money from their creators and advertisements. So of course they don't want. They're gonna try and cover their ass when they fuck up some shit. Because if they ruin a big ass YouTube channel like his channel or whatever channel, Corey's channel, they don't fucking make money from it. What the fuck you think? YouTube's not a thing without creators. That's the only reason YouTube is a thing, is because it's a fucking videos being uploaded from fucking accounts that are fucking creators. And like views. So like, yeah, if they're top creators and give them all the cha-ching, fucking don't want to do it, blah, blah, blah. And then they make a stand and like, do like what they're doing and calling them the fuck out. Of course they're gonna try and cover their ass because they're the only one with the money. No shit. Common sense.
Actually want the platform to succeed and for us to earn a living on it and for our videos to do well. It's just a big system that people aren't talking to each other, and that's why I'm bringing it up, because I feel like the people who replied to Mark on Twitter didn't know his section was cut, as well as Mark didn't. And I feel like the people who are marketing the entire event and using him in the articles and using him in like the video, the trailer that they put up, and like using his face everywhere, I don't think they knew that he was cut either. He still had a very tiny section in it, but his main section was completely cut out of it. And I think that boils down to a lot of departments not talking to each other either, which just sucks, because what are we supposed to do if YouTube don't know what they're doing either? And that's why I'm trying to talk about it, to just kind of like shine a light on it, to be like, hey, you guys need to be better so we can do what we do and not be left up to a system that is so inconsistent, so unknowable, and so just out of our control.
All that happened, and that all the people start rebelling against it. I swear, if another platform comes out like YouTube but doesn't do all this shady shit, YouTube's gonna go fucking down, bro. They're gonna go down. And I know a platform like that's going to come arise. I know it is. And if YouTube doesn't get their shit straight and fucking work out their shit,
that it just makes us not want to upload content, or be very, very scared about the types of things that we can upload, because everything is so vague. I don't have all the answers either. For some people, this will just sound like complaining, but I genuinely just want to see change happen on the platform where everybody is treated fairly, where some people, like Mark and I's videos, didn't get age restricted, but Ethan uploaded a video about his 10-year anniversary, and that got age restricted. I don't know
who that
know
is.
what content was in that, and I haven't had a chance to talk to him about it yet.
Oh, wait. Oh, my, wait, hold on. Okay, that's so crazy. Before I was filming this, I was looking up, like, I was trying to figure out what the fuck to, like, react to, and I just looked up, like, YouTube trending, because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna watch, like, YouTube trending shit, and I saw that video. Wait, where is it? Oh, no, this is a different video. Shit. Okay, never mind that. But also what video he's talking about, I have no idea what that video is, so I don't know. Sorry, hold up.
But I'm assuming there's probably not a whole lot in it that should be age restricted. So it just feels like some people get treated differently than others, which of course shouldn't be a thing. We should all be treated fairly across the entire platform, because otherwise, what does it look like? I've done stuff with YouTube in the past. I'm a huge YouTuber. If I get treated more fairly than some other people,
not fair.
Makes everybody look bad.
Yeah.
It's just makes the system seem completely unfair, and I don't want that either. I feel like some solutions to this could be, originally when we had the copyright system and we would get claimed for a song or something within a clip or whatever, normally it used to just say this video was claimed by blah blah blah, and that was it. It was just a blanket thing across the entire video. People complained a lot about it, people gave feedback to YouTube about it. Now most times you get copyright claimed, it has to tell you the specific section that is claimed, and that's great, because now as a YouTuber I can go into the YouTube editor, which is like after the video is uploaded, there's an editor on YouTube that I can go into and trim out a section of the video. It takes a couple of hours to process, and then suddenly the copyright claim gets removed. That clip is gone. The video might be a little wonky because it's not in the original edit and it's not extensive editing tools. But now at least we have an ability to chop that section out. Our video is fine, goes out to everybody, perfectly monetizable again. And there are other sections of YouTube now with, like, I saw at one point that I got balanced ads on something. So I didn't get fully ad restricted. I got claimed for something and it got ad balanced or something. I can't remember the terminology for it. And it meant that I still got to earn a portion of the video while the other person got, or somebody else got to earn a portion, or it wasn't fully demonetized. That's also a step in the right direction, where everything isn't just carpet bombed right out the gate. And I think for any content that's age restricted or ad restricted, we also need those systems in place where we should be allowed to know exactly what is getting restricted. If I get ad restricted for something, it should tell me the section that's getting restricted. For the mortuary assistant, it was obvious because it said it was for self-harm. There was an obvious section in that game that showed that, so I didn't have to guess. I can edit that out if I want. I don't know if the ad restriction or age restriction goes away. I don't know how that works, which again is a problem. But also, I feel like if we get age restricted or ad restricted or something gets flagged in that video, it should be told to us what it is, like the copyright system. So we can know what to trim out,
it's not bullshit, just fucking be honest and tell us what the fuck it's for.
Better about knowing exactly what YouTube don't like. And
Exactly.
I feel like also if users are going to flag videos, they should also have to say, especially for the more serious ones, like if there's hate speech or if there's self-harm or suicidal themes in it, I feel like for sections like that, like the mortuary assistant, I feel like the users should also have to say a timestamp for where that stuff is. Now, maybe there's reasons for not doing that I don't know, because I don't run the company and I don't know I don't know how any of this stuff could sort of backfire potentially. But I feel like that's a step in the right direction as well. Just clarity and communication across all systems.
Communication.
Are what we need and what YouTube need. And then everybody just kind of knows where we stand and we can move on and do content a
The
bit
right
more
way.
accurately and a bit more fairly. But right now we're in this sort of nebulous space where we don't know. Some people on YouTube obviously know the systems better than I would, because I don't get into the weeds of it. But it's just really confusing. There's too much in it that just I don't get. And I feel like that stuff needs to change. And again, I want to make these videos to kind of pioneer some change and actually give feedback and some potential solutions to things. And that's what I hope everybody wants to do, instead of just yelling at the problem and telling YouTube they suck and bring back the dislikes and that kind of thing, because that's not helping anything. That's not how change gets made. Anyway, that's kind of all I wanted to say right now. Not a whole lot, but I just, for what was going on in the last week since my last video, a lot has changed, and my YouTube rep also clarified a bunch of stuff about like swearing and like videos doing badly and all that stuff, and that cleared up a lot for me. That swearing wasn't as big a deal as I thought it was. It was originally, but now the system's gotten a lot better.
Do you know how much? Okay, so when I was like growing up, I'm 24. Turn 25 next year in May. When I was watching YouTube, I was watching like old Shane Dawson, like old Jenna Marbles, old everything. And YouTube back then, the censorship was like not a thing. But I feel like, not just a YouTube thing, but like in general, like say with like comedy and stand-up comedians and shit like that with movies, fucking shit was like way like not as like serious. Cause bro, have y'all ever seen that interview with Joe Rogan when he's talking to what's his name? Joe Rogan's talking to the guy that plays Iron Man. Why did I just forget? Robert Downey Jr. And they're talking about what's the fucking movie? He's like literally plays a black man in it. What the fuck is that movie? Hold on. I keep trying to say Johnny Depp. Oh my god. What the fuck? Why can't I like see it in my head? It has Jack Black in it and everything like that. It's not. I keep trying. My head's going Pineapple Express. It's not Pineapple Express. It's not Pineapple Express. Excuse me. What the fuck? Why can't I remember this movie right now? Robert Downey Jr. Oh my god, he's such a great actor too. Tropic Thunder. So, them two had a whole conversation on Joe Rogan's podcast about Tropic Thunder, like if he could get away with that movie now. And everybody was like, no, you can't. But like, it's just like so crazy how much like shit's like changed. How like, but specifically on YouTube, I guess I'm saying it's for the whole world, but for like specifically talking about YouTube, because this is what we're focusing on right now. Like, I went from like those old ass nothing censored skits on YouTube, and then it worked its way up to like everything. And then I think it worked its way up to like full-blood like cancel culture for everybody. But, like, also cancel culture, like, yeah, if you're a racist, like, rapey or whatever fucking homophobe piece of shit, yeah, get fucking canceled. But I think for certain things, it's stupid to cancel people about how comedy was back then when the sensitivity to cultures and stuff weren't full. If that makes sense. Like, if that gets hate, I'm sorry it gets hate. Because everybody's going to have a different thing and be like, well, you should, like, they shouldn't have done that in the first place. Like, sure, they should have known that wasn't okay of a joke to make, blah, blah, blah. Bro, you have to look at the realistic standpoint of humanity and things that were okay and weren't okay. People used to, like, fucking own people. Okay? Like, it used to be fine to, like, rape people. And, like, still people, like, you don't get to disregard one thing and then, or, like, 1,000 things and then be like, but this is the focus. No. You're either gonna, you have to be, in my opinion, you gotta be all, like, singular and that shit, and you can't call out everything. Because people can watch, like, have, like, a joke in a movie they love, like, the movie they love, and be like, this movie, even if it's, like, more risque, whatever the fuck, like, the jokes are more like, ooh, you know, and then it could be like, that was just funny, it was just jokes, but then, like, feel that way, but then something else small that they feel, they're like, no, that's not okay. Like, this is, like, 9 billion people trying to, like, do their, like, everybody's trying to do the same thing. The reality is, nobody's ever going to be fully on the same thing. Okay? Nobody's ever going to be fully on the same thing. But it has to be a full consensus, or what, like, I think it can be a general consensus of what's, like, morally as just a human, wrong or right. But there's people out there that don't care about the morally human right or wrong. Like, there's so many different topics that, like, from, like, full, like, plant-based, full-on vegans to, like, people who are, like, on a keto diet eating meat. And then they have this one, goes from diets to religions to everything in this world. It is set to divide us instead of, like, there's 1,001 ways to die, and I guess. Wait, was it 1,000 ways to die? 1,000 ways to die is, like, the reality of this world. That show is great, but it's like literally like 1,000 ways to die, or like 1,000,000 ways to die in the West. I love that movie too, but, like, it's never gonna be the same. Okay, especially humans fuck shit up. Humans destroy the earth. Humans kill animals. They do everything fucking wrong. Humans can be great, but for most of the part, humans are shit. That's why we got divided countries. We got divided political stances. We got them to just fight each other. Just for everything. Every single thing that could be head colliding. So, like, and it comes down to something as, yeah. This is just a lot. Anyways, that was a rant.
At detecting swears versus hate speech versus words that are very much not allowed. And
I'm not even fully sure where that was going, but I feel like if you know what I mean, if you know, you know, neck ass.
a certain amount of swears, like if you're swearing back to back to back to back, obviously you're going to get flagged for stuff. But just hearing that stuff and kind of having someone that I can talk to at YouTube is very nice. And I know not everybody who does YouTube has that opportunity, so that's another reason to do these videos, is to kind of just give my experience about what's going on, because I have the privilege of being able to actually talk to them about it. So again, would just love to know thoughts in the comments if there's anything else that you would like to see feedback on, or that YouTube need to know.
Okay, so that's Jack. So we need to go to, who is it? Oh my god, Kendrick Lamar Sweet Choir together. That's just insane. We're gonna do that tonight too. I seen like half of it. Or no, I watched Dante react to it. I'm Dante react to that shit. But I need to see it again. Ooh, that song is ooh. Here, so let me go ahead. So JackSepticeyes, what was it? Hello, Trixie. Love you. Oh, Dante. Ooh. Dante is literally my favorite streamer, bro. He's so great. He's so funny, man. Is he live? Like, actually, let me see if he's live. I wonder if he's live. That'd be funny as fuck. I don't eat. Just go back to Twitch, bro. Oh, he's live. It's just gonna be me reacting to live. No, Dante's probably asleep. I don't know where Dante lives, but he probably asleep. Look at this girl. Oh, she making out with a microphone. Oh my god, let me read this chat. What did you just say? Why are you on the floor? I don't know what we were just talking about, my guy, but we're gonna watch this shit. I'm gonna clip this for a video. What is this? What's behind that little Japanese style thing you got right there? It's a Japanese style. Ooh, is she changing? What is happening? Someone said she's falling and she can't get up. I've fallen and I can't get up. What? Towel time? Do you actually enjoy this bitch she just muted this so she can burp. Why'd you mute it? Your ass is drinking a Monster and you're muting because you're burp? No shit, you're gonna fucking burp, bitch. Wow. Slurp. You look tired. Wait, hold up. Someone said she really put the bag in the stream. She puts in the hours. I hate when streamers think 6 hours is a long stream. How long she been streaming for? Really? Because I know you burped and you just muted that shit. I'm watching this girl right now. I went to Twitch to see something, if Dante was live. And this girl literally is like doing ASMR. I have no idea who she is, but like, that's her name. But she paused. She paused her, or she muted her fucking mic to burp on camera, and then like went on to drink a sip of Monster. And I'm like, no shit, you're burping, but like, wait, can you hear this? I'm watching this girl. What the f am I watching? Bro, it's 1:30 in the morning. What is this, ghost ship? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why am I looking at two towels? Are those clean? Like, what am I looking at? Bro, she's making a horror movie right now. Someone said you looked... Hold up. Whales. I really hope you don't fart in your ASMR. Stretch... She ready all-nighter? I'll be up. This is some creepy mermaid shit off of like fucking Bro, this is some creepy mermaid. My baby Yoda. This stream make me want to quit the gym and watch you all day. It sounds like some mermaid shit from Pirates of the Caribbean. See, so that's a siren song. Okay, this is kind of nice now, I'm not gonna lie. But she muted it to burp, and I can't get over that. Mommy, I'm scared. Damn, she into this show. Wait, hold on. Let me try and... Oh, her face right there. That's how you make sounds for an ocean? Is that? Okay, this is kind of interesting now, but like... So you're telling me I can rub blankets and make money? God of War Ragnarok music. Hold on. She's like... Damn, this cookie smells good. Wait, let me get my tits out too. Wait. Just kidding, I can't do it. Yeah. Oh, I came back to that. Ooh. Andy Pog. Oh, Jesus Christ. I buy a CD of this. Oh, no. You need to cut it out. If that gets copywritten for anything, I'm gonna scream.